Good to see you. I missed you.
I know. We only stayed in electronic touch.
I know we
over
did.
The last
I know.
couple days.
You know what's so funny? You have that thing. You have that automated thing.
I figured it out while we're on vacation. You can put an automated text into your thing through some driving mode.
Yeah, but I would get the craziest messages from you. I would get, I'm out of the country. If it's an emergency, text blah, blah, blah. And then 3 seconds later, I would get a response from you.
Oh, yeah,
that was
I was
actually you.
Yeah, I was responding to your text.
But I thought that immediately, like, if you got that text, I thought it intercepted my text.
No,
so
no, there was no interception. No, but I learned that you can say that you're traveling without connectivity, and people actually buy it.
Oh, I like that.
They believe you have no connectivity.
Oh, see, I thought that you had no connectivity, so I was like, he must be psychic. It's like he's answering my question, and he doesn't even know I sent the text.
I had select connectivity. So tell me, so we were both away.
We were on separate vacations together. Because
Yes.
we were in Greece. We were both in Greece, but separately, but together. And so was Gelman, ironically.
It's crazy.
And it was like, people were like, oh, have you seen Ryan? I was like, no, but I know he's here.
I would get in a taxi. They said, Gelman was just here. Are you guys traveling together? No, but I know that we're in the same country.
No, but I was reading in Insta journalism because, you know, Instagram now has its own, like, journalism department. And the Insta journalist deduced that Gelman and I were attending yours and Shayna's wedding. Yeah,
How did it go?
I heard it was amazing. People were there. They saw the
whole thing go down. It all happened.
It was incredible.
So the kids had a good time. Mark was happy.
Mark was so happy. And, you know, Mark goes back to Canada this week. So it was nice to have, like, the last family hurrah. You know, it was just special. It was a special trip. It was relaxing. It was exciting. We were very active every day. And I said there was something about Greece. Greece, I love so much. And we would go, Mark and I would get up early and go for a run every day. And the perfume in the air, I don't know if you had the same experience, but it's the smell of figs and grapes leaves and olive trees. It's just like you feel like you're in a really great Yankee Candle store. I don't really know how else to put it, but I was like...
It's the way Earth should smell.
It's the way Earth should smell. The rosemary, the lavender, and we would run, and we would just, like, grab a leaf and just, like, rub it on our skin as we were running, and, like, the sweat would activate the fig leaf.
Different than the stew we smell outside here in the city on a day like today. Little different than the aroma this morning in Manhattan, right?
It's not even... Ooh, that was loud. That's the sound you hear right before you have a stroke. That sound. But I went for a run when I came home yesterday because our time is really off.
Right.
We are still.
I woke up at 3. You woke up at 3.
We woke up at 3 this morning, ready for breakfast. But I went for a run yesterday, and it was so funny the difference of aromas between running through.
The streets of New York.
The streets of New York versus running through
the streets of
olive trees.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you talk about the aromas and the specialness that is Greece, which is why we all sort of went there for this vacation. Shayna and I found this island, and there was an article in the New York Times about it. It's called The Island Where People Forget to Die.
Yes, right. I know this island.
Right?
Yep.
Ikaria.
Yeah.
Well, so I had never been. There's us right out on the water in front of it. But there was this great story that I read, and this was in the Times a couple years ago, but there was a Greek war veteran who moved to the States. He got a job. He was working manual labor. He got a home in Florida. He got a 1951 Chevrolet. This was many years ago. Anyway, in 1976, he was short of breath, and the doctor said, you've got lung cancer. You've got 6 to 9 months to live. And he debated, well, should I stay here and seek chemo, or should I go back to the homeland? And he went back to Greece, and I don't know if he ran, but he smelled olives and figs.
Yeah.
He made his own wine.
Yeah.
He made his own lunch.
Yeah.
He took a nap in the afternoon, and instead of dying in 1976, he lived to be 102.
Yeah.
And just passed away a couple years ago. So, it's real. I mean, you're not making that up.
I'm telling you, it is magic. It's a magical, magical place. We went on a guided hike, and the guide, he was so funny. guide rolled his own cigarettes, and we were like, we're like skittering up the side of the mountain, and we're like huffing and puffing, and he's like rolling his own cigarettes in one hand and smoking, and like no big deal. And we're like chugging water, and he's having a beer. And I thought, this guy is going to live to be forever. You can just tell there's something about
That sounds like a fun hike, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was special. I loved it every day.
We had the gender reveal celebration while we were away.
Yes, tell me.
So, let me clarify. My sister and her husband Jimmy are pregnant, right? And so
you have to clarify, because you forget there are people that don't see the show every day, and they're like, gender reveal.
I'm revealing my gender right now. Here I am. So, I didn't realize that this was such a big thing of recent, where people have these reveal parties or reveal exercise or activities. So I was on YouTube looking at different things. And
I started laughing because I was like, oh, you should have a cake where you cut it open and like the inside of the cake is either blue or pink. And he came up with a way better plan.
Well, we were away. I took my sister and her husband away with us on this trip for part of it. And this is the first young Seacrest to be in the Seacrest family. So Connie and Gary, my parents, very excited. So I thought, all right, my sister is just an angel. She's an amazing person. How do we make this great? So I planned fireworks.
Right.
But I didn't know what the gender was. I had a friend of mine find out the gender with my sister's doctor, so none of us knew what the gender was, but the fireworks person and our friend, and we went out one evening, and I'm stalling, and she's like, well, when are we going to find out? I said, well, just stand here, and here's what happened.
Okay.
They're all pink.
So I show this video to Mark, and Mark's like, oh, it's a boy. And I go, what are you talking about? That's a girl. They're pink. And he goes, those are blue. So I was like, it's that stupid dress all over again. The black and green dress. It's the Yanny Laurel. He saw blue fireworks.
Even my sister was like, it's a girl? Yes.
So I knew that Ryan was going to do this big gender reveal, and I was hoping we would be like on the same island when this happened so that we could see it. And we're out to dinner with the kids, and we're sitting on this like seaside taverna, and it's so beautiful. And all of a sudden, these fireworks on this little like, I don't know what are the flotillas that like set off fireworks? Yeah, a barge. And this barge sets off fireworks. And I was like, oh my God. And so I took it because the fireworks on the barge were blue and pink. And I thought, oh my gosh, twins. So I said to him, I think we're near you. And oh my gosh, she's having twins. Congratulations. And he's like, and you were like, you were working or something. He's like, I'm in Cannes. Or like, I don't know where you were.
I had not gotten vacation yet.
You weren't on vacation yet. So I was like there, and I was like, oh my God, I cannot believe it.
Yeah, I called my sister. I said, hey, Meredith, Kelly said to tell you you're having twins.
I got so excited.
That's great.
Anyway, we got to see fireworks, even though they weren't your fireworks.
Yeah. I miss you. We had a great time. And it's so much happened while first of all, the heat that we came back to is crazy all over the country, right?
I mean, it's now we have what is this? This is the heat dome.
Oh, gosh.
Right? Is that what they're calling it? The heat dome?
Each year
we
it's
have to have a phrase.
Yeah.
We can't just call it, hot.
Dallas, 100. These are the actual temps. Dallas, 102. New York, 93. Philly, 99. Phoenix, 107. Washington, 98. And the heat continues through the 4th of July here in New York City.
But in Phoenix, it's a dry heat.
Yeah, so it's not as painful?
That's what they always say.
It's fine when it's dry heat at 90, but a dry heat at 115 is still a heat dome.
We walked home last night. We went out to eat. We went out to eat lunch at 9 p.m. because
your body clock is off.
Our body clocks are so off, and we walked home, and it was so funny because the kids were. I don't know what happens to kids. And by the way, at what age do we stop referring to them as kids? Your parents still call you their kids, right?
Mine do, yes. And I still act like one.
The kids acted like they were on some sort of military drill. It's so hot. Why are you making us walk? I said, you have jobs, you have money, hail a cab. I'm not a nanny. You hail a cab. You're 21. Like, I couldn't believe we were having this discussion.
Right.
It's so hot. You're making us walk. I'm not making you do anything. I'm walking.
After you took us to Greece.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome, by the way. So funny.
So another big story, especially for Los Angeles, LeBron James is going to the LA Lakers. This broke yesterday.
This was the best story. This was the best story ever because I thought he had been with the LA Lakers. So I was like, I'm not sure why. I was like, why do we make such a big deal about like this?
You see, he's got a different jersey.
To me,
that's the Lakers jersey.
That's the Lakers jersey, isn't it?
No, it's the Cleveland jersey. Right there. LeBron, right there. So he made a 4-year, $154 million deal with the LA Lakers. And, of course, Lakers fans were going crazy because they're so excited to have him. But I did a little deep dive. Obviously, you know about his skills on the court. But what about his skills off the court?
Yeah, what about those skills?
Well, here's what I found out. This people know. He's married to Savannah, his wife, since 2013. They met in high school. They went to the rival schools in Ohio. But
that's cool.
Right? But their first date, I found out about their first date. So they had their first date at Outback Steakhouse.
Did they have a bloomin' onion?
It all
Bloomin'
started
onion
with the
works
bloomin'
like a charm,
onion.
doesn't it?
The Lakers can thank the bloomin' onion for all of this. So what happened was she apparently left her leftovers in his car. Exactly. And LeBron returned them to her. She said, because he wanted an excuse to see her again.
Yeah.
And now LeBron is worth $440 million.
Wow.
From the Outback Steakhouse to success. That is that is a great story.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I want a bloomin' onion right now so bad. Don't you want a bloomin' onion?
There's not a person in the world that doesn't want that.
If you don't want a bloomin' onion, will you send us like an email about it so we can talk you through it? Because if you don't want a bloomin' onion right now, you are going through something. And we want to help you through it.
And did you ever hear of it? There's another thing on the menu at BJ's called the Pizookie, which is a pizza cookie, right? That's the other thing. It's a pizza. It's a Pizookie. So between the bloomin' onion and the Pizookie, they distract me in such a great way. The Pizookie is a cookie cake the size of a pizza, basically. So it's a pizza chocolate chip cookie.
You mean like, but isn't that from, what's the other place? That's not PJ's. What's the other place? No, not Costco.
Costco's.
In the mall.
Yes. They have them in the frozen section.
What's it called? The big cookie place. What's it called?
Great American Cookie. They had those back when I was growing up. I don't know if they still have them.
No.
Mrs.
It was
Fields?
in the mall. Mrs. Fields.
They did the same thing.
And you would get them for your birthday.
With the icing.
Yes, right.
But that's one of the great things on a menu.
They call it Pizookie?
At this one restaurant, they call it the Pizookie, right? It's hot with vanilla ice cream.
Well,
it's
you
deep
left
dish.
that part out.
Yeah.
That part. Oh my gosh. And in Greece, orange pie. Did you have orange pie a lot?
No, but had everything else.
Oh, I had the orange pie every day. Every day. I would find out where the bakery that sold the orange pie was, and I would run to the bakery to buy the orange pie.
It's for me. It's just like that.
Yeah. Every day I went for a run. To run off.
But that's
the
great.
orange pie.
That's great. You could have the orange pie if you did the run. It's balanced.
Does anybody know what orange pie is? Any Greeks here? Where are the Greeks? Hi.
Where are the Greeks?
Hi. Do you make orange pie? You know what it is. It's amazing, right? Why is it so good? You do order a Greek salad in Greece.
I did ask them that. I asked them that question. They said yes. That's what. Well, all their salads are Greek salad. He said to me.
No, but they're not. The Greek salad is.
I did it.
Greek salad is Greek. It's a Greek salad.
is.
You order Greek salad.
But every salad the guy had on the menu said, "Sir, they're all Greek."
I should have had a chalice of wine. Why did I have a chalice of wine on vacation? Because I was too busy making room for orange pie.
Oh, well, it's great to be here today with you. We've got a fantastic show. Rachel Bilson is coming up in a few minutes. This is great. That's great. The vacation nails.
I'm peeling off my gel manicure from vacation, and I just realized it's so tragic. Hands right now. I don't know if you can see this. It's like the last leaves of fall. Look at that. Like just peeling.
The seasons
gel,
change.
Yeah. Hey, from the series Power, Hardwick is here.
And get ready because we begin our week-long battle of the web stars with social media and YouTube stars. Joey Graceffa and Rosanna Pansino are here. They're going to go head-to-head in a blindfolded drawing challenge.
So we have to blindfold ourselves and draw?
Yes, and guess what the drawing is?
Huh.
All part of the fun and games. Fun. That's fun. All right, here's more fun. Dance, party, travel, trivia. Let's go. Jose Vasquez right there.
Yes, sir.
He is from Brooklyn, New York.
A 20-year Marine.
Yes, ma'am.
He resembles your husband.
Thank you. Really, I hadn't noticed.
It's great to have you with us. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you
Appreciate
very much. I love you guys. I try to watch you guys as much as I can. And hopefully we get a picture at some time in the day later today.
100%.
Absolutely. Hang right there. We'll take a picture on the way to commercial.
Great.
All right.
Great.
We're going to call Kim from Mattawan, New Jersey. See if Kim is up watching.
Marines
You still live
are
in Mattawan?
sexy, right? Marines?
Gelman used to live in Mattawan, he tells me.
Gelman apparently lived everywhere. I believe his parents were in the witness protection program. Because there's not a... Hello? Hi, Kim?
Yeah.
Hey.
Sup? Kim, it's Ryan Seacrest and Kelly Ripa. You're live on the air this morning. How are you?
Oh my God, good.
What's going on in Mattawan? You know, Gelman used to live in Mattawan.
He did?
Yeah,
Apparently.
that's what he tells us.
Oh, well, you're famous, Gelman.
Oh, you too now.
What are you up to this morning, Kim?
I'm watching you guys very nervous because I didn't see you last week. I was on vacation.
Oh, us too.
So were we. So we don't even know if this is correct.
Yeah, I don't know. Who
Oh my
knows?
God.
Oh, we double checked?
Oh, we researched it?
Okay. Well,
Wait, did we say we talked about this?
yeah, we did. Okay. Shall we
Okay, oh yeah. We forgot how this game works.
spin the wheel?
I'm gonna spin the wheel. We're gonna see what prize you're playing
What
for.
trip you play for? Really?
Did you get that?
Well, you have to use the right sunscreen.
No. I use the right sunscreen, but
But
it's like
from-
there's so much. What? Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. We were just talking. Pineapple Beach Club. This is a great prize in Antigua. How about that, Kim? 7 days, 6 nights in a beachfront room. It's all inclusive. This trip is provided in part by Priceline. It's a prize valued at approximately $5,900. You have 20 seconds and only one guess. Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay. So on Friday's show, what national day did we apparently say we were celebrating?
Ay.
National Day. Friday's show.
National Day?
Yeah, you can
Google
look
it.
it up.
Go just
might be-
Google it. What was
Yeah.
Friday? It was a national day.
We celebrated. It was a big deal.
It was a big deal, but she didn't see the show. She was on vacation.
National Best Friends Day.
National what?
Best Friends Day?
Best Friends Day?
No, it was
Every day is
National-
Best Friends Day.
This was a much bigger holiday.
This
It was
was
National Waffle Iron Day. You know.
Well.
You know. We made waffles? We did? Yes. No memory of that. No memory of that at all. Sorry. Listen, Kim, you're not alone. You and a lucky member of our studio audience will each receive a $500 appliance package from Cuisinart. So please pick a number between 1 and 202.
21.
Kim, thank you for watching us. We'll be right back with Rachel Bilson. Good picture.
Still ahead on live, we begin our week-long battle of the web stars, part 2. Power star Omari Hardwick coming up next.
You know her from her roles in such hit shows as The OC and Heart of Dixie. Please welcome back to the show, Rachel Bilson. Super chic.
I mean,
I
they're
love
comfortable.
them. Yeah, good for you. Hey, somebody told me it's been 15 years since The OC.
It's kind of insane.
That's nuts.
It's pretty nuts. I mean, when you have fans come up and like, well, we watched you when I was in 6th grade, and they look like your age, and it's just super disturbing.
Yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I got to tell you, we used to recite the tagline from the pilot episode of The OC on this show. Do you remember?
What was the tagline?
This is how we do things in The OC. Do you remember?
Of sorts. Yep.
It was my favorite, and I still, I can't
See,
stop
well,
saying
it
it.
stuck with you. I feel like that's an accomplishment.
It
15 years
is,
in, if you can remember it.
That's
You
what
did
got the show
something right.
picked up. Right there.
You did.
That line,
Yes.
There you go. It's coming back.
So you have a 3.5-year-old?
I do.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh my
3.5.
gosh.
I know. It's so fun.
A little girl?
A little girl.
What's
Yes.
she into?
She's into, you know what's interesting? She's into a lot of older things, as in cartoons that you can't find any of the toys for anymore.
Yeah.
Which really makes my life challenging. Like eBay and
eBay.
Amazon are my best friend.
Yeah, eBay is where you find them.
You're like $60 for a little plastic
What's
toy.
what's her favorite cartoon?
What's she into?
Well, she's really into pirates. There's Jake and the Neverland Pirates. Do you know this one? It's not as popular now, but it's like a take on Peter
If it wasn't
Pan.
Jabberjaw, I'm out.
Okay.
Yeah,
The USA Cartoon Express.
I don't even know what that is.
Tom and Jerry.
Wile E. Coyote.
Right?
No, I'm just kidding. Yes.
Yeah.
No, she's not there yet.
So, but how does she find these cartoons?
It's a good question. Maybe, I don't know. I must show them to her somehow, and
You must show
myself
them to her.
somehow. You know, those moments where you're just searching, Googling, and it happens, and then you're stuck with things.
And is she in? She's not in school.
She's in preschool.
Preschool. Oh
Yes,
my gosh,
she's
so
in preschool. Yeah, it's really cute. She's particularly cute, I have to say.
Cute. Yeah.
I'm a little partial.
And you're in the process of a very stressful thing for people at times, renovating a home.
Yes, but luckily for me, I've been working, so someone else kind of helped. My aunt's helping me, and so I get to kind of just sit back and be like, yes, no.
Wait, is your aunt like an architect or something?
No, she's just an awesome aunt. She's kind of just
Yeah.
handling it, because it can be super stressful.
Yeah, I'll
but
bet.
it's exciting.
And is
when it's
it
done.
a big renovation or
It's pretty big.
like
yeah,
a
the
gut,
house hadn't
like a
been
gut
touched.
job?
No.
Like when people say gut renovation, it gets me
Terrifying.
in the gut.
Yeah, no, it's totally terrifying.
Yeah.
It turned out to be. I was like, I'm just gonna do the bathrooms in the kitchen and then cut to,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
twice the expense probably too.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We will take a quick break. We'll come right back with Rachel Bilson talking about
Still ahead on live from the series.
That's Take Two, starring Rachel Bilson, of course, it premiered recently. Tell us about the series. You are an actress.
I'm an actress on the show, and I was on a popular cop series, and I sort of have a rough patch. I go to rehab. I'm trying to correct myself, turn my career around. I get a role as a private investigator, so I wind up shadowing a PI for the role who Eddie Cibrian plays. And that's how it all gets
So
started.
he's actually the PI.
He is actually
you're
the
studying
PI. And I'm studying, but I kind of am a little better than him at it, let's be honest.
Yeah. and then you decide that you really are a PI.
I decide that, you
Right.
know what, I'm just too good not to
We
do
do
it.
that, but when we interview
You feel like you're a
actors,
PI?
no, when we interview actors on our show
Yeah.
that play doctors, we then
think
go to
we're-
commercial break and ask them for medical advice.
Right.
You think
And
they're
like,
really...
Oh, no, yeah. I played a doctor. I know nothing.
Yeah.
Right, right. But I would still ask you to diagnose me with
Well, of
something.
course, and I would, even
Now,
knowing nothing.
when you were filming, they were telling us that you had a little mishap with one of your stunts.
I have a lot of mishaps. Now, the funny thing is, I had a mishap, and it actually wasn't a stunt. It was just basically walking fastly down a street.
Could be a stunt.
For me, it's a stunt.
Right.
Yeah, I ate it.
You
I
had a
rolled my
walking
ankle. Oh, yeah. They have a stunt double for me for everything now because they're terrified that I can't even stand on my 2 feet.
So what? You're walking down the
I
street?
was actually running in heels. Okay, in all fairness.
Yeah,
But,
that's hard.
It's hard to slow down. Once you get going, I hit a little divot in the road and down I went. And it was chaos.
Listen, I believe that because we have so many actors that come on this show, they want to do their own stunts. I go, I believe the stunt people want to work.
Yeah.
And you should
Give them the-
incorporate
Let
the
them
stunt
do it.
people.
Fall as often as possible.
Have
Keep
a
them
dou-
busy.
Have a double for everything. Yeah.
Good to see you, Rachel. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Take Two, you can see it Thursdays, 10 p.m. on ABC.
Next, the Mario Hardwick Show.
Friday on Live, which is...
That was the scene of our next guest from the hit drama series that people love called Power. Please welcome Omari Hardwick.
I know, right?
Amari, do you know this group?
I think I know him a little bit.
Oh, okay. I was like, that's the friendliest hello.
So this is my yesterday, 86 years old, my grandmother's birthday
Oh my
yesterday.
God.
And this, she's 86 yesterday, and this is my auntie Leslie.
Hi.
Like, you look like a teenager. That's crazy.
Leslie was 6 years old when I was born, so she was more like a sister growing up.
Wow.
But she is mama's baby sister.
Where were you born?
So I was born in Savannah, Georgia.
Savannah, Georgia.
Which is beautiful. So I'm from Ryan is throwing me that lob because Georgia raised me. Ryan and I share in common that we're raised in Atlanta, Georgia. But I was born in Savannah, Georgia, which is mom's side and pop's side are both from Savannah, respectively. So
We share more than that. We're both
played
athletes.
football.
we're both athletes.
You
I
played-
grew up in Decatur, Georgia, but went about 45. It would have been like growing up in Harlem and then going to Westchester, go to high school. Ryan grew up in the Westchester.
That's right. That's right.
Of
Right.
our
That's
world.
right.
And you went there to play football?
I
or-
played football, basketball, baseball, track, did the whole thing. Ryan was at Dunwoody, which is where my younger brother went to school. He was at Dunwoody, and so Ryan Seacrest and I have known each other a long time. But he had money when I was broke, and I finally got some money.
That's
I'm
how it
catching
is
up.
with Ryan in just about everything.
Just in general.
In general.
Well, you played at the University of
I
Georgia.
played at University of Georgia.
What position?
Defensive back, cornerback.
Again.
So played with.
You have the same position, right?
Same thing.
I played the high school level. No, the high school level.
You dropped out.
He's
He
fast,
started
though.
working, though, in high
But he's
school.
quick, he's fast. And of course, Mark
Right.
is a hell of an athlete, right?
Mark is an athlete,
Hell of
too.
an athlete.
Yeah, yeah.
Watching the World Cup and doing all that.
Oh my gosh,
You
you have
figured-
no idea.
I bet.
It
Glued to the
truly,
TV.
Yes, it
Yeah.
became a feature of our vacation, the World Cup. Yeah.
The World Cup.
Yep.
Tell us, I'm so curious to know more about this one-man show that you
Wow, that's awesome, man.
did. Right?
So I did.
So tell us about the story.
This past
It was
Friday.
Friday,
Yeah.
so it's interesting, right? For me, shout outs obviously to Courtney Kemp and 50 Cent Jackson in terms. I think he'll be on the show soon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
In terms of them and Stars as a network allowing all the different colors that are in me to be seen in this one character of Ghost. Obviously, this year alone, Sorry to Bother You, Boy, Girl, A Dream. Nobody's Fool, the Tyler Perry movie. I got so many things going on, but really, in all of those colors you've seen in the characters, plural, that I played, the character of Omari is shown in this one-man show in terms of the full journey, the full process of all that has become this guy, that the world is still trying to figure out who I am, because the characters show up on Sunday night, they bring you into the living room, but the reality is maybe they don't really know who O is.
Right.
And so, as this young man who journeys from 3 years of age, in the play sort of talks about me having a relationship with my son presently, who looks at superheroes like they're larger than life, and it talks about my father becoming my first superhero, and just dealing with the process of life. It goes into being raised by the grandparents and mom and pops and my brothers and my sisters, and how music now, of course, I'm making music also, Ryan. So now music comes into play with that, and I subtly deliver the music to the world through this journey of this boy. And really, to me, man, it's an opportunity for young people, as 50 Cent said, it's an introduction to who you are as Omari a lot more.
Wow.
And it allows kids to go, it takes a process, a journey for somebody to become Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, Omari, or Ryan Seacrest.
Are you going to do it more than just
Absolutely,
this one show?
I want to. That's a desire, Kelly. Can I come on the show and do it here?
Yes.
Can I do it here?
Yes.
It's called Hero, with the big O, and it's, capital H-E-R and then big O. And
Yeah.
to watch the show sort of breaks down why we monikered it Hero, and what's behind that whole thing, or Hero, or what have you. So kind of a homage to my daughter and Supernova, and my son and Brave, and the lineage. We go from Brave's age all the way to my grandfather. So you cover 4 generations. My uncle, my father has spoken about in it, and just in terms of the life that I've led, and what brought me to Live with Kelly and Ryan.
And what? And 5 seasons of Power going into its 6th season.
5 seasons of Power, 6th season. We start working September.
Wow.
So we will bring the play to the public.
It's fantastic.
In terms of you guys all see it, we want to go regional, we want to tour it around, but I'll be doing that on Saturdays, if Courtney and Curtis allow me, while I'm shooting season 6
Well,
of
let
Power.
us know if you want to come here and do
And rock it out here,
man. It'd be great to do that, man. Love your success, man.
Thanks, man. Always great to see you, man.
Power every Sunday night. Stars, 8 o'clock. Right back. It's the Battle of the Web Stars after this.
Wednesday on Live, also from Power.